G'day, I'm Evan and welcome to Gamey. Joining me on the show this week, it's Naomi Higgins.
Hi. Thank you.
Sorry, it's been a while.
That's been a while. Ben Russell.
I'm Ben Russell.
And Mark Bonanno. Hi, Mark.
Fuck you!
Oh, hello. Good to hear you. Sorry, I'm coming live from elsewhere, not in the studio. I'm here, I'm on my own desk, but I will be corresponding via satellite today.
That's interesting. It's interesting, Mark, that you have...
What's interesting?
It's interesting that you have the same brickwork and paint job as the stupid old studios in your house.
Well, I never said I was in my house, Ben.
Right, okay, sorry. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in the stupid old studios.
Right, okay, great. Mark, what's the weather like over there?
Ben, I'm just here.
What?
I'm just here.
Yeah, no, I know. I was
just joking. I was doing like a...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought you were being serious. I thought you were somewhere else.
No, I'm just here.
Oh, okay.
I was saying hi before.
I know, but everything that you say I take literally, so...
Right.
Yeah.
We've put Mark over there so that we can be more spaced out. It's quite a small desk.
To be honest,
so
I'm being punished.
Also, Mark has a bit of a smell to him.
I came in, I shat my pants, and they said you're not allowed to be at the desk. so this is my punishment.
Yeah, we didn't send him away because that's not who we are. We said, let's give him a go. Yeah. Let's give Shitty Panty Boy a go because we're all about giving a fair go to the good old Aussie battlers out there.
Okay.
Aussie battler, Mark Samuel Bonanno.
You know, this country was built literally by people.
You pricks were cooking shit in lard before my people came here, all right? Never heard of olive oil in your fucking life. I want to make that clear.
It's true. We're using a lot of gelatin, I believe.
Olive oil is a juice.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shut up. Shut up, Ben.
It's actually a juice. People don't fucking understand that. But I do. I've worked out the code.
Has that code helped you?
Well, what is help? In a way, I mean, help can be anything. Help can be saying, hey.
Yep.
What up, friend?
I would say you need to find help. You need to get help.
Can be a smile on the train to a stranger. Help can be a how's your day? Help can be an ice cream when you're feeling blue.
At first I thought it'd be weird being over here, but now I'm quite glad. Quite happy that I'm over here.
So, whereabouts are you at the moment?
My home. I'm coming live from my house in Werribee.
Fantastic.
I'm glad we're redoing the riff that went so well the first time.
And what's going on down there? How's the weather? What's the weather going to be?
I don't know, Evan. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not a meteorologist.
Why don't you help?
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Do something.
It's been.
Host the show.
I don't want to interrupt.
No. Why?
We have a culture. We do not interrupt on this show. And it's brave of you, Evan, to enforce it.
All right. First up, it's been a while since we've done this show.
It's true. I have gained about 9 kilos.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty similar.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well then,
You can see it in my face.
How many mental breakdowns?
I am working on one currently. But that will bring us up to 5.
I was going to say 5. I was going to say 5.
We are kindred spirits. It's almost like you're in the same room, even though you are miles away.
I want to thank the patrons, a whole bunch of patrons who actually signed up during the pandemic.
What?
While we weren't even making the show, we were doing some extra like contents and let's plays and stuff like that.
We did do that, and if you're not a patron, you didn't see it, and they were really good.
Even a bunch of these people, because most of these people just wanted to support us, which is amazing, and a bunch of these people as well are familiar names, people who have supported us in the past and jumped on to support us.
They're people who stopped supporting us at some point.
At some point, yes, but I think it's still, given all the uncertainty and everything, I think it's amazing that people are still supporting the show so much. So I wanted to thank these people. It's a bunch of people, but I'd like to thank them. Lisa Yeo, Christian Nordheim, Elliot CM, Badger, Bear Co. Kia? Okay, great. R. Fodor, Jasmine Hill, Chris McClear, Andrew, Nick Shields, Michael, Tim Bublitz, JB Morse.
Just making these up as you go along, aren't you?
We have so many fans.
You're just making, these aren't real names.
James Strawn, Jake Robertson, Matthew Keat, Kane Parker, Ellie Durkin, Jacob Miller, James Underwood, Jake Sullivan, Connor Marin, Harry Knock, Joe Withers, Beth S, Robbie Proctor, Zach Steinkamp, Josh Apter, Nate,
names.
David Bourne, Ben's Sentient Sock, Alan Peach, Al Dean, Amy, Travis Jordan, Alexis Gentry, Lincoln Anderson, and Jess Oxlade.
Amy.
Thank you so much.
Great people. Thank you so much for supporting us through all this. And also thanks to a few people who subscribed to the YouTube channel recently. Daniel Faulkner subscribed, Jeremy Beeson, and Weavehole. And people who, some people who subscribed to our channel recently. We've passed 7,000 subscribers recently thanks to the to the Do Go On series, which has been going up on
Fabulous. And also, Evan got a dog.
Yes.
Evan is so excited to...
It's probably fair to say Bec got a dog. And I...
Cold, man.
That is cold. That is brutal.
Cold.
And you are fighting the urge to kill it? Or?
Gonzo's here. Little Gonzo, little 5-month-old Chinese crested.
Terrified of 50.
Isn't he?
Rightly so.
Has the kind of texture of ball sack.
Well, we needed one that
beautiful.
was not hypoallergenic. Is that what you call them? Yeah, not much hair.
And he is all skin.
He's
all skin.
For his crest, his Chinese crested crest. Anyway,
Beautiful dog.
so that's a development.
Don't hurt it.
This week,
Please don't hurt it.
this week we're going to take a look at The Last of Us Part 2. But first, what do you think of this? Last week, a new Pokémon game was announced. Pokémon Smile is a mobile game for Android and iOS, which makes brushing your teeth fun. The goal is to rescue Pokémon from bacteria and then catch those Pokémon to use for whatever you use Pokémon for.
This is already out.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it just came out.
Do you do it with a special toothbrush? Like brush?
No, I use a regular toothbrush.
You're aware of Grush?
What's Grush?
Grush is an interactive toothbrush.
What are you looking at, Mark?
Yeah, you get... What? You told me to look at the camera.
Yeah, you're looking at us, Mark.
Yeah, well, it's hard.
I understand that.
It's hard for you. I have to turn my neck fucking 180 degrees to look at you, and I know you're right there.
A lover's tiff.
This is more I'm mad at Evan, not Mark, and I'm projecting.
All right.
Ow!
It's very... I don't like this.
Right.
Very clear. I don't like this. This wasn't my choice.
Grush, is that what you said?
Whatever.
I had a housemate called Grush.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice man.
Did he help?
You're
you
thinking
brush
of that
your
time
teeth?
you got thrush, Ben.
No. I also had a man named Grush.
Did Grush have thrush?
No, Grush never had thrush. But 50 is doing a
Probably
piss.
didn't
Thrush is
tell
the
you.
gaming
Why would he tell you?
Is 50 doing a piss?
50's done a
He
piss.
pissed on the carpet. Okay.
We are back.
Grush is a gaming toothbrush.
Okay, great, good. We're getting there. Okay, so
I didn't know anything about
So
this.
is this just a mobile game? What is this?
this is it's an app that you install on your phone, and then it uses the selfie camera.
So it's like Xbox Connect.
I guess so. It's AR in that way. Or
Why is the Pikachu in the thing is real chonky? Why is the Pikachu so chonky?
is this you're looking at the?
On the little...
I don't know. Like it's just like a I don't know.
Show the chonk.
Why, Evan? Why?
We'll show the chonk on the screen.
It's
like a cartoon version of Pikachu, if you can imagine what that
Pikachu
might be
is a
like.
There is a live action character.
Would you
Pikachu is a cartoon.
would you prefer this Pikachu to be skinny with big breasts and large buttocks? Huh? Is that what you would prefer? How dare you?
How do I, in good nature, take this Pikachu into the bathroom
Yeah.
and pleasure myself?
It's interesting because you can't brush your teeth unless you have a big stiffo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen.
True.
He told me.
Yeah, I didn't think he was telling anybody.
No, he tells everybody.
I told everybody.
Yeah.
I tell all the girls.
Uh-oh.
I say, Mark's brushing his teeth with his dick again. That's why it has to be hard.
Yeah.
We've even talked on this show about games that are designed to help kids brush their teeth. There's one by like Colibri or something that was like that. But this is the first one with the Pokémon Star Power. To draw people in.
Fucking hell.
Finally!
This is a one of a kind.
It is.
The first one.
This, and maybe this is something that can appeal to
Pokemon Star Power.
Maybe it can appeal to kids.
Star Power.
You think they're making these toothbrush games to appeal to kids?
Talk about it as if it's a tangible thing, Evan.
It's called Pokemon Star Power.
It's the first one. And no one had thought of it before, and it's crazy. And no one had thought that no other
Listen,
video game teeth.
to try and move on so we can stop talking about this, I think dental hygiene is very important. And I
Okay.
think kids should be brushing their teeth, and anything that they can do to help kids brush their teeth. I was very stubborn for a while as a boy.
As a boy
All
or
right,
as
you
an
didn't
adult?
want to brush
As
your
a,
teeth.
well, I'm stubborn now, but I love brushing my teeth.
That's good because
Right.
you know what? I've had a few women in my life break up with men and then tell me that those men never brushed their teeth. And nothing makes me want to vomit my guts up more than that. So maybe this is the right direction because
Yeah.
how many gamers brush their teeth? I don't know. Do we have the statistics?
They're probably too busy review bombing The Last of Us for having a woman in it. How dare they? But we'll get to that later.
So, in this.
That's it. That's all you have to say about that.
About.
Pokemon brush teeth. Stop.
I was going to talk.
How does it work? It says a Pokemon sits on your head.
It's Xbox Connect.
Yeah, so
Mark.
basically, you can unlock different Pokemon hats that you can wear while you're brushing your teeth, and then there's Pokemon in your mouth. And
Which Pokemon would you like in your mouth or on your face?
That's funny. Mark wrote a whole song about this.
I did. It'd have to be Mr. Mime. It's the only one that you could fuck in good conscience.
No, I'd go Mewtwo. Mewtwo's sexy, dude.
Mewtwo is really smart.
Mewtwo's
as well.
still
Fucking
quite. Mewtwo's
And you can have sex-
furry, which is fine.
You know what the sexiest
fine.
part of the human body is? It's the mind.
weirdly, we've covered this on the show before. I think multiple times.
What?
Which Pokemon are you allowed to have sex with?
Mewtwo.
Are you allowed to have sex with?
Well, I thought we agreed that it was Mewtwo because it was
Evan's
the only
been
one.
begging to find out.
Mime is the most human-like.
No, I mean because Mewtwo is the only one that can give consent, or
I don't remember.
I think it's
or
worse than...
meow.
No, they can say yes and no.
Express
Yeah.
like enthusiastic consent.
Especially meow.
enthusiastic consent?
What? Maybe not enthusiastic consent. It's a bit better than fucking a dog. because a dog can't, like you can pretend it's giving consent. You can read into consent. Well, the Pokemon, that like Pikachu's like,
What about that dude that fucked a dolphin?
yeah.
Dolphins can say yes or no. That's a fact.
What about that dude that fucked a dolphin? You ever think about that dude? You ever think about that dude that fucked a dolphin? I think about that dude every day and night. What's his name? Mark Bonanno?
Comment below if you know the guy's name. So,
Wait, no, it was Charlie Bonanno, and that's why you were part dolphin.
My mum was not a dolphin. She was emotionally abusive.
Did not expect it to go there.
Maybe watch your mouth, Ben. You never know when you're going to hit a nerve. I'm gonna say my dad fucks a dolphin. Might bring up some dark memories for me.
Sounds like Charlie fucked a dolphin.
Every morning he'd wake up, he'd leave his clothes on the floor, she'd come in, she'd be like, That's how it starts.
She's not a nice person.
Big shout out to Charlie, though. Love you,
You, Charlie. And if you figure out how to use your phone, maybe you'll watch this one day.
He's not gonna.
Yes, so okay. So in the game,
What are you doing?
You are rusty. Trying to get a hold of this thing. I mean, you weren't, but that's
I don't think I've ever been good at that. Yeah. So you brush your teeth. It does a rudimentary job of tracking your toothbrush while you do that.
I'm so bored.
It sort of is telling you to target areas, and then that's it by.
Does it know if you're targeting areas? Is it that?
Well,
good?
I mean that's with it's not very good at tracking.
I have an Oral-B electronic motorized toothbrush.
I do too.
With Bluetooth.
Oh, I don't have a Bluetooth one.
Depending on, you can do a little game. It's got a little game.
You're just talking about
I don't
Grush.
use it anymore. No.
Grush
It's
has
got a
already
little-
done all this.
Damn, didn't they have like a Justin Bieber toothbrush that the song only plays when you're brushing your teeth? Beck is nodding vigorously.
Wow. Okay.
Did you have that toothbrush, Beck?
No, but it like plays into your teeth. Like,
It plays into your head.
Evan,
Yes.
is the plan ever to cut to me, or am I just on there?
No,
You're just getting a foreshot, and that is my contribution.
Can you put Mark's face right here? Well, let's kiss. Ready?
It was nice.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that's good.
We will cut to your shot, Mark. This game does come with a disclaimer.
Why are you trying to like fill time
What?
Yeah,
to talk about this game?
he's not done.
What are you?
Let the man work. He's got a plan.
Everyone just wants to talk about The Last of Us.
I'm sure he's got a plan, guys. There's no way he would be talking about this toothbrush game if he didn't have a plan.
This is the show. There's a script. There's the sheet that
It's
has all
finally
the
the game that finally we
There's a
actually want to talk
script.
about the game because it's not Truck Driver Simulator.
You fatty.
And you're like, let's spend fucking 2 hours on Pokemon.
I thought that you
Smile.
would want to talk about this game considering how many dogs you get to kill in it.
Yeah. That's the first time thing.
I do want to talk about the game, and we will talk about the game.
Okay.
But we have to talk about Pokemon.
So there's a disclaimer.
There's segments of the show. There is a disclaimer. The app has a disclaimer. This app does not guarantee that players will gain a liking for toothbrushing or make it a habit.
You got to make it a habit.
It's important to do that.
Day and night, brother.
Dental hygiene is
Once in the
important.
morning, once before bed. That's how you do it.
Yeah, you got to do it twice. Although sometimes, you might get a little drunk. You might have a couple of whiskeys or something like that, and you might go straight to sleep. But that's okay.
Ben,
But
that's the number one time you should be brushing your teeth.
really, but you've already just doused it in
In whiskey,
high-proof whiskey.
and that's good for the gums.
I tend to not brush my teeth when I'm depressed. If I'm depressed, I'll just go straight to bed.
There's like a real.
That's a good sign. If anyone out there knows me, go straight to bed, ask me if I'm okay. The answer will be no.
It's one of the first things that goes, right? For me, it is.
Yes, that and having a shower. If I'm sad,
I always have a shower.
Oh no, I don't. So I've been skipping this week.
Really?
Yeah, I mean I had a shower before I came out, but
Okay.
I
Thank
do.
you. I appreciate it.
I will be brushing my teeth.
You guys
Still
need
brush.
Pokemon Smile, and you need Pokemon
no, I've been skipping.
Shower, and you
Pokemon shower.
need Pokemon Deodorant,
Yeah, how many more of this? It's going to be Pokemon shower, Pokemon jerk off,
Pokemon Therapy,
Pokemon stirring.
stirring.
Yeah, if you stir well, you'll stir your. Oh, you stirred really well. Everything's incorporated.
You mean cooking?
Cooking my
Stirring. I don't
The
want to say.
stirring part
What's
of cooking.
because would you say making a cup of coffee is cooking?
no.
Exactly.
would. because I can't cook. So anytime I heat anything, I call it cooking. And then Mark says, that's toast. And then I say, shut up, shit your pants. Remember when he shat his pants and that's why?
I remember.
That was a joke. That
Just
didn't
a
happen.
callback.
It's not why I'm over here because of COVID, not because I shit my pants, actually. So,
What do you make of
A
this?
lot of defences for someone who didn't shit his pants.
Yeah. You'd think that if you didn't shit your pants, you'd be like, oh, whatever, guys. You're so crazy because I didn't shit my pants. I'm not weird about it.
When Pokemon Smile is being played by a child, the parent or guardian should always be present and support the child in their toothbrushing to avoid accidents.
What?
imagine. This is the worst. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Listen, if your kid is hurting themselves while brushing their teeth, there's something deeper.
Are we talking about Pokemon Snap?
Yeah, Pokemon Snap is going to come to Switch, everybody. It's exciting.
That is not in this segment.
No, it's not. But I thought it was, Mark brought it up, and I thought it was okay.
Well, I
to
bring
say.
up something else and you say segment.
What did you bring up?
The Last of Us 2, have you heard of that
Well,
game?
we're going to get to that, though.
I didn't know
That has its own segment. Pokemon Snap doesn't have its own segment, but we can... you missed them. All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
No, I want to keep talking about Pokemon Smile.
Wait, so you can
so you can
decorate your
complete your
favourite
Pokédex
photos for
in
fun?
Pokemon Smile.
You can decorate your photos. You can become a brushing master.
How do you
There's no
become a brushing
guarantee.
master? What are the... How many times do you have to brush?
You get brushing awards.
When you become a brushing master, you live by the brush. But you also die by the brush.
That's why you need a parent around.
Yeah.
We got a lot of kids dying by the brush.
Live by the brush, die by the brush. That's the way of the brush.
All right. Pokemon Smile, it wasn't the only exciting release last week.
There's another Pokemon-related hygiene game. Pokemon Brush. Chance.
Pokemon Scratch. You got a scratch.
Pokemon Dress.
You scratched really well. Gotta scratch them all.
Pokemon Dress, you did your buttons up right.
We also got The Last of Us Part 2, the much anticipated sequel to the widely acclaimed 2013 survival horror game. The story picks up where the previous game ended, this time from Ellie's point of view rather than Joel's.
Okay, wait. So you're saying that the main character is a woman? Unplayable. I'm gonna review bomb this.
Let's take a look at the trailer.
I know you wish things were different. I wish things were different. Ellie! But they ain't.
Please stop.
I'm leaving tomorrow.
To do this smart, we'd be leaving Jackson vulnerable.
So they just get to get away with this?
How'd you find us?
You can't stop this.
I want what you want. But not at any cost. I really hope you make it.
I have to finish it.
There's a cost.
We could have killed you. Maybe you should have.
So that was a look at the trailer for The Last of Us Part 2. So I'm liking this game so far. I'm about 5 hours in. Mm-hmm. I finished The Last of Us Remastered right before playing this.
Had you played it before?
I had not played it before. That was my first time playing it.
What'd you think?
I loved it. That was so good.
Yeah.
The Last of Us, I played the remastered one. I'm not sure exactly how different it is, but really, really good. Bloody great. So I was really looking forward to this one.
One of the strongest things in The Last of Us 1 was the world. You wanted to see in it. You wanted to explore it. It told a story wherever you went. And this one just kicks it up even more, I would say. The world is juicier and richer and more vibrant. I can't believe this is a PS4.
Yeah, it looks incredible. Although my PS4 was struggling.
Oh, my PS4! I have to turn. I'm playing this real loud because it really winds up.
Yeah.
I've got
They're going, ugh!
I've got a first release PS4, and I took the cover off it and everything.
Mine was
You're just sitting
fine.
there fanning.
Yeah, it is. It's an old console now, and but it's amazing what it can do, and it's amazing that there are so few sort of loading times, except when you die.
Yeah.
Right.
And saving things. It's just
Good point.
a phenomenal.
I haven't even noticed waiting for it to load. Yeah.
No. I think it's the best game ever made.
Okay. You've finished it, Mark.
I've finished it, yeah. But it's just.
And therefore, I have finished it.
I mean, like, and look, maybe this is just me, but I played this, and then Naomi started playing the remastered immediately afterwards, and I was like, my God, that game looks like a hunk of shit. In comparison.
In
comparison.
I thought the Last of Us Remastered was actually quite good, but this obviously it is a huge step up.
Just
watching that for like 30, 40 hours, whatever it is, and then going back to Last of Us 1. Ugly.
Yeah, it's just super ugly. But that's not to say that it's an ugly game, just purely in comparison, just to see how far things have come, because this game just pushes, like Ben said, everything to the next level.
It is a harrowing affair, though.
Oh, it's upsetting. It's really upsetting.
It is possibly the
All
most
time.
violent game I've ever played.
The sounds are upsetting.
Yeah, it's insane. Everything's been improved, I would say. And this has been, a lot of people have been saying, oh, it's just the same game, but everything's been improved.
Yeah.
It's a sequel.
Brilliant. The first game was really good, and they did that game again, but better. Because my big thing about it, what I was a bit worried about, if I may.
And you may.
Because with Uncharted 4, it's the same director, Neil Druckmann, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He did Uncharted 4, sort of revamped Uncharted 4, changed the game a bit, changed the formula a bit. And he took a lot of elements from The Last of Us and put them in Uncharted 4. I would say not to great success.
Oh, I thought Uncharted 4 was sensational.
I think it's good. I think it's a good-looking game. I think it's okay, right? I didn't love it, but I thought it was very good and very, very fun, right? But I'm just talking like mechanics-wise, like the hiding in the grass and the like moving the things to then get on top of things. Like, there was a lot of stuff from The Last of Us that they put into that game, and it kind of made like Uncharted 4, like the hiding in the grass in Uncharted, I don't think really worked.
It was funny because you'd be like lying right next to a dead body, and then someone would come up, see the dead body, and be like, "What the hell? How did this happen?"
And it made it all feel like a little bit silly. I wasn't sure. I was like, "Is this game like supposed to be grounded, or is it not supposed to be grounded?" I don't know. And so I was like, I wonder if they're going to do that with Last of Us. I wonder if they're going to take elements from Uncharted 4 and put them into The Last of Us 2. And they did. They did quite a few, quite interesting ones that they picked, I thought. But I think everything that they took from Uncharted and they put in The Last of Us 2 works better in The Last of Us 2 than it ever did in Uncharted. I think it's brilliant what they did. Yeah. Like, the downtown Seattle area is very much like Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
It's like that, that main section in Lost Legacy. And I thought that was really, really, really well done. And also, it's very light on the platforming, Last of Us, compared to Uncharted. But the few little platforming elements that they kind of borrowed and put in there. I thought they did to great success. It is a brilliantly made game.
I'm just glad they didn't put Nathan Drake in The Last of Us 2, because that cunt is annoying as fuck.
But there is a little
There,
Easter
I said
egg. There's a little Drake Easter egg.
Is there?
Yeah, remember? You pointed it out to me.
What is it?
You said it was in there.
There's a PlayStation that you come across in the game. Is that what you mean?
No, Nathan, you find like a ring that belongs to Nathan Drake or something.
I
just read that online.
You do come across a PlayStation in this game, and Uncharted is a game that's there. So
A couple of PlayStation 3s lying around
Yeah.
in the game.
This game is so good. I just watched it. I didn't even play it. I just watched Mark play it.
So it's so good. It is an incredibly good game. It looks amazing. It feels good. It is incredibly detailed. It has its mechanics have been updated and refined. Mm-hmm. Why are people going insane over it?
Bro, because gay.
Is that it?
Bro, well, do you know what? No, well, because I want to talk about it, but the things they're upset about are like all spoilers. So we can go into that, because I'm ready to go fucking off on these cunts. I hate everyone who's these idiots review bombing a game they haven't even fucking played.
Yeah. I mean, part of it...
idiots.
Yeah.
Losers. And the fact that they get so upset about it, I saw a petition, and it came out like a week ago, right? A petition saying, rewrite The Last of Us 2. First of all, do you have any idea how anything works? They can't just rewrite the entire game, and then, what, they had like 12 months of crunch, like that, not pro on that, but they did all that, and you think they're going to rewrite it. And then you look down on the petition, it's got like 500 signatures. There is a quote from Martin Luther King about like standing up for what's right. And in the quote, he's talking about like segregation and all this stuff. It's like, this is not what's right. This does not fucking matter.
I just find it weird that it's like every time there is a story that is not a white dude, and this has become so ostentatious and so sort of obvious that me, a white dude, is looking at it going, every time there is something that is, if you put a person that is not just a white dude, then people start getting fucking pissed off and saying, this is PC gone mad. It's not, it's just another story.
Yeah.
And I think if you limit yourself to just one story, you're doing yourself, I mean, you're a fucking moron and you should probably be bashed. But you're also limiting, I mean, they're stories. They're art. It's story. We are, not to seem, cheesy about it, but we're stories. That's all that we are, right?
Yeah.
That's all life is. And if you have the same story, I know that most of the people that are petitioning it, shit their pants in chat rooms filled with dudes that just want to kill women, but like...
That was a great thing. When I went to Metacritic, I was like, and I looked, and I was like, oh great, 25,000 people I never have to fucking speak to ever the rest of my fucking life. If you're one of those people, stay the fuck away from me.
But that is another thing that this game has done, is that I don't know why this has become such a big deal.
It's crazy.
Being a developer for this game, you'd feel so disheartened. You'd done all this, and then all of a sudden they're doing the audience is talking about shit that has nothing to do with you. It's about reviewers. It's like some people really like it. A lot of people really like it. Some people don't like it, and so everyone's like, all these games that...
Who was that?
Oh,
Gonzo.
50 or Gonzo?
Oh, good girl.
Someone's growing a backbone.
So some people like it and some people don't like it. So everyone's like, some people don't like this game. All the people that said that they liked it, they're bought and paid for. It's a corrupt reviewing system. No, it's just what you asked for, which is games to go mainstream. This is what you asked for.
Yeah.
You wanted this.
Yeah.
You wanted other opinions on things. Now you have it. You're like, oh, I can't. This is not fair. I'm going to shit my pants. I just don't understand it. It's just mind-boggling how you can be that entitled and that fucking stupid. And
Well, also,
There's
the
no
game hadn't come out when
guidelines
they
to
all
it.
rated it like that. You can't rate a game that you haven't played, and it hasn't worked anyway. Isn't it like the best-selling game of
Yeah, it's
the year?
huge. I was. It broke my heart when I saw that, because I was like, there's obviously so much love and care and attention put into this game, which, as I said, I think it's one of the best games ever made. Everything from the narrative to the mechanics and stuff, to the graphics, and I was just like, God, I hope that doesn't affect anything. And it doesn't sound like it has, which is fantastic.
But it's just so ironic that people are like, gaming as an art form, we need to be taken seriously. We're an adult sort of medium, and we're adult art. And, it's not just for kids. And yet, when they release a game, they behave like absolute
They shit their fucking pants.
Yeah.
That's how you get on the desk.
You don't want to be over here. It's not fun. It's hard. This isn't easy.
That's like, I watched this game not because I don't really care about the gameplay. No, that's not true. It's interesting and it's fun. But the story is so good. That's why I was watching it. And like, Mark recently played all the Uncharted games. And it was about another boring white man, and I didn't give a shit. And I made fun of it the whole time. And I left the room because it's fucking boring. It's just a man shooting things, and then he's got like 2 girlfriends. What, Mark, why don't you say what you think about the girlfriends?
The girlfriends. Don't make me.
Say what you think about the girlfriends.
What are their names? Chloe, and then the one that he ends up with. What's her name?
Karen.
Emily or something?
I got to stand up for this.
We can't
I said the one that he ends up with, the blonde.
They can't see you.
No, we can. I think we've got a camera on this.
Okay.
Well, the blonde one. These are the difference between the two characters.
Yeah.
The blonde one fucks Nathan Drake like this, but Chloe fucks Nathan Drake like this.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't worth it.
That was funny, cunt.
We talked a bit before about how good this game is.
That wasn't funny.
From a technical point of view, graphically and stuff.
Loved it.
But what stood out to me playing the first one and also this one is how good the writing is and how good the performances are and how good the again technical stuff, the motion capture and graphics and stuff like that all contributes to that. But
The writing is so good.
Yeah,
the characters feel so real, and that's one problem I have with most games is the dialogue is fucking annoying. But the dialogue in this game is great.
Yeah, they do flashbacks. I mean, a lot like, in the first one, they have these sort of moments of intense violence. And in this one, they use flashbacks to sort of break up that a lot, to have those moments of quiet and peace. And I just finished one, and it was just a beautiful moment in a game. It was so simple, and it's just these moments of quiet and stillness, and the acting is fantastic, and it's just it's very good writing.
I think like any great movie or TV series or anything, you can't appreciate everything they're doing in your first playthrough.
It is a great game, and you will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But if you're a person that picks apart and is looking for faults, ask yourself why. What is missing in my own life that would make me do this, and why can't I create? Because
I
that's
think
basically
the answer
why
is
you're doing
women.
it.
Yeah. I've had people say like they don't think Druckmann's a great writer to me, and I can't understand. They're like, I didn't mind this game, but I didn't like the story because I don't think he's a great writer.
Mark, I'm sure these people have written so many
Well, this is it's like
incredible things.
And like I was like, you have to understand like that. They're making the equivalent of a blockbuster film, right? So the story, to some degree, has to be a little broad.
Yeah.
It has to be a fairly, not generic, right? But here's, I think, what The Last of Us and what The Last of Us 2 does great is it takes generic stories, sets it in a fascinating world, and then fills it with amazing characters that do stuff that, like, elicit an emotional reaction from you really fucking well. If it's not doing that, then you are made of stone. Like, how can you fucking play this and not just be devastated at the end of it. I don't know. I don't get it.
Some of
the way that you can't brush your teeth about having a boner, some people can't play a game without having a boner. So you of all people should sympathise.
I don't get
Some
it.
of the criticisms that this game is getting is that they're saying, while the first one is a story about love, which it is, but it's a cub and bear story. It's just a zombie story. This one is just a revenge story, which I don't really understand. It's a revenge story, but I'm always of the belief that you have a simple story with big characters, and you let the characters do the work.
Exactly.
If you have small characters and a big story, then you get.
I feel like that's what
Mortal
Uncharted
Engines.
is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. That's a perfect example.
And I would the other thing, sort of wanted to add to that. I've forgotten.
That's interesting.
I had something.
Thank you, Mark.
I was talking about a revenge story. It's just a revenge story, things like that.
If you've played the game from start to finish, show me one other fucking revenge story that does what this game does, which I think does something that no other revenge story has ever done, that no other narrative in games has ever done.
Revolutionary, I would say.
Which is maybe a little bit of a spoiler. This is a tiny spoiler. Can I say it?
Sure.
It's a tiny spoiler.
Who cares about spoilers?
Well, I think so.
I'm playing. I'm
No, but you
deep in. Oh, I already know. Okay. I don't think it's a spoiler.
No, you play as a certain character in this
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
right? And they try to make you see a revenge plot from two different sides, and they really dedicate themselves to that. They don't just kind of try to do it; they go all in on that. And I would argue that hasn't really ever been done before. Not on this scale of gameplay, not on something that is essentially the Transformers of the fucking game industry,
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I'm
looking forward to it.
Literally every single complaint about this game, and they're like, a lot of them are like, it's not because there's a gay character. That's not why. First of all, I do think that is partly why you're feeling the way you're feeling.
Whether you have the self-awareness or intelligence to actually look inside and realize that.
Yeah, I'd like to speak to one queer person who's pissed off about this game. Tell me about them. I would love to talk to them. They don't exist.
To the naysayers, there are people that don't like the combat of The Last of Us. Just straight up. I know a couple.
Gameplay. That's
Yeah. So I got a friend that does not like The Last of Us because they don't like the gameplay.
And it's fairly repetitive. I think that's fair to say with the game.
Yeah.
It's fairly repetitive. Sure. I'll accept that.
But I think
But they're not the ones review bombing the game.
no.
And the thing
They're the ones not playing a game. If you don't like a game, you don't play it.
Yeah, and even if your problems aren't with the characters, with who the characters are, and the political agenda of the game by saying certain people exist. What an agenda!
Yeah, it is a big political agenda.
Your problems with the story make you a dumb shit. And I think that you just want to play a game that is just a fucking Avengers film where there's a person at the center who you like and then they win everything. And if you don't want to be challenged on that, then I don't know what to tell you.
Just don't play the game.
Don't play the game. Go play Uncharted. Go play 98% of other games that aren't going to make you think. And it doesn't even make you think that much. It's not going to make it makes you a little bit uncomfortable. If it makes you a little bit uncomfortable just with your own choices and that makes you feel sad, then I don't care about you. No one cares about you. Why don't you find somebody to love and maybe you won't care so much about a fucking video game.
Yeah, that is even though you're saying this is one of your most beloved games now.
Yeah.
These things are just video games, and when people get this kind of riled up over nothing, it makes me hate video games.
It makes me hate the industry. It makes me hate the people who play it, And I'm one of those people, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? being a part of this.
You're being normal, Mark. You're being a normal man.
I know, but it's just like, it is. It's gross. It's gross. It makes you feel gross. It's just like...
I really hate when you open a drawer and it's just empty. That really... It's just like, why?
Don't play this game on hard, Evan.
This game is literally
this game on hard.
unplayable. Neil stole my game.
I thought it was while I struggled with some of the combat levels. I did find that on the normal difficulty that they gave me too much stuff.
Yeah, right. I was playing through on normal and I didn't have that problem. One bit that annoyed me. I went through the. Okay, so I didn't really like the Seattle bit. Where things open up a bit so much. I didn't enjoy that so much. I think maybe...
Keep going.
With
Too many drawers. There's so many empty drawers.
There's so... Well, I think it's just... I think it's just... Me personally, I just get a bit stressed out in a game like this where things open up too much because I feel like I don't want to miss stuff and I want to... like resources are scarce, so I don't want to miss an opportunity. Like... I want to collect things that are there, and when you're in a big area, it's like, it gives me anxiety because the amount of time it would take me to go through and check can I go in this building? Can I go in this building? Is there a door here? Like, that kind of stresses me out. So that was my feeling when I got to Seattle. I'm like, oh man.
Which I would argue is maybe a bit purposeful.
Oh, sure, absolutely. I do get that. The other thing that I went in the bank, which was an optional thing, and the game is, Dina, who you're running around with, is like, it's up to you whether you do this. I'm like, okay, I'll do it, because typically.
Sounds like you're having a lot of fun.
No, well.
I'll go in the bank. Dina.
I mean, it's one of these situations in a game like this, a survival horror, where it's like, all right, I'll do this. I'll go. There'll be zombies or whatever, and there'll be enemies in there. I'll kill them. And then there'll be a reward for doing that. That is usually how these things work. But I went in there and then I killed everything. And then there was nothing really of...
there's something in the bank.
There was something in the bank.
What was in the bank?
Yeah, there's stuff in the bank. Dude.
This is what I mean.
What fucked up?
What happened? What?
You got to search, dude. You got to look around.
You got to look around.
Don't just expect the game to give you everything.
I'm sure I looked in...
Were you looking for a dog to shoot in the head?
No! I was looking for anything.
That comes later.
In there. I opened the safe. There was nothing in the safe that was worth having.
Everything is worth having. That's why.
Yeah, if you get scraps worth having.
Sure. But also.
Oh, I do love. Sorry to interrupt. I'll get to it later. You go. This is important.
I don't know. It frustrated me. I felt like we had a thing going on. We had
we had a thing, and the game.
We had an arrangement.
You and the game.
An understanding.
But you didn't get it. One thing I absolutely love about it is the modding of the weapons.
Oh man,
I love that shit going in there.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds sick.
It's so great. I love the little light that they turn on every time. Oh, it's so good. Beautiful. I love that about the first game as well, and they exceeded.
Satisfying.
So satisfying.
Guys, let's get guns. Right.
I'm on board for this.
I love
Not while there's dogs in the room.
I love when you mod up the bow and arrow. Oh, the mods on the bow and arrow.
Oh, really?
It's bliss.
It's a dream.
I'll save my scrap for it.
I would recommend it.
I've been modding up my rifle.
Yes. Did you get the scope?
Not yet, but it is it's one off.
First thing I go for are scopes, always.
I had another opinion that I'd like to run past Mark.
Okay.
And you, Ben, as well. And you, Naomi.
Okay.
And you, Patrick. Patrick's also finished the game.
You don't.
One
About
thing.
Gonzo.
I don't know. He's been sleeping in and out through playing it.
You have so much contempt for Gonzo.
Gonzo's fine. The one thing I really liked about the first game, I thought it was a good length. It was something like 12 hours or something to finish the first game.
Really?
I think so. This is about double the length, which is fine. But what I really liked about the first game is that it feels really perfectly paced. And it's really good at varying stuff between like sneaky zombie stuff to combat with human enemies, which is obviously a bit different, and then story beats and different like platforming puzzle challenges. It does a really good job of like pacing that out. And my feeling, where I am at the moment in the game, which is in this Seattle bit or a little bit beyond that now, where it goes into this open world thing, it suddenly feels like I felt like I was in good hands before, and now I feel like this is opening up, and now it's kind of it feels like it's thrown off the pace for me a bit, and I wonder if that in the scheme of the game overall, if that's
I think if I were to have one nitpicky critical thing about it, it would be that it is unrelenting at the moment.
Right.
It is like I find it. I have to take a break from the game because it is quite stressful. Because, to its credit, it does a very good job at ratcheting up the tension.
It's so intense.
Yeah. I mean, everything you do, every room you go into. I keep going into bathrooms, going, don't go into bathrooms. That's a rule in Zombieland. Don't go into fucking bathrooms.
And then I'm like,
I'm going into a bathroom and there's always a zombie in there.
I definitely think the first game, the story is tighter, more succinct. There's basically no fat in the first one. It's your Joel, and then spoilers, your Ellie, and then your Joel, and it just plays through the story. And this one is much more ambitious. It tries to do a lot more. But what I'd say is interesting about the Seattle part, Evan, is I feel like it's your choice whether that part of the game is a breath or not.
Right.
And that's what I think is really interesting. Because I didn't realize, like, I was playing through it and then I was like, oh man, I didn't have to search, because I did everything. I searched everything. I did.
Every
single part of the map and got every single thing that I could. That's how I play these games. I did not stop playing it for 4 days, and it took me 4 days to finish it.
I was there.
Naomi was there with me every step of the way.
I had a throat infection. That's my excuse. Mark was just free.
and depressed.
Wasn't brushing his teeth.
I didn't brush my teeth once. And so that's what I really I like about it, is that it's sort of, I don't know, that's kind of your choice. That Seattle part is very easy to just go, get out, and then you're done, and you can keep the story a little tighter. And it does have the flashback bits, which it uses to break it up, which again I think work better in this than it did in, that's something they did in Uncharted 4.
It's also, they did a bit of that. I really liked Left Behind, the DLC for the first game.
Awesome.
Was obviously the flashbacky thing as well.
Evan's a
And
huge
not a lot of
ally.
action in that. And not a lot of action in that DLC. It's
what was
pure story.
And it's so good because it's so rare that in games that you see characters like that. They're young women, and it's so rare to see those sort of young women in games that are written and performed well, and that it's quite happy just to...
Usually the actresses are rat shit.
My problem was that it had an agenda.
Yeah.
Just other stories, man. Chill out.
But it's not afraid to... Like, there's just these great moments in Left Behind. Have you played Left Behind?
No.
because you haven't played it. Yeah, but
it's great.
There's just so... It just sits in moments that are just character moments. There's a lot of that. And
Last of Us 2 does that as well.
And there's a lot of that in Last of Us 2.
Yeah, right.
A lot of that. And it's not as... there was a part in the game where I got very frustrated because I wanted it to be relentless. I wanted to keep going. I just wanted for it to tell the story that I thought it was telling. And at one point in the game, there's a gear shift, is all I'll say. There's a gear shift, but I don't want to spoil it.
And guess who got grumpy?
And I got really grumpy. I was like, I know what you're trying to do, game. Fuck you, I don't like it, right? I was playing the game like this, basically.
He only went on Metacritic.
I downvoted. But I was like, knowing Naughty Dog, knowing that they make games of a very certain quality, and knowing how much they care about these characters, I was like, let's see where this goes. And my God, did it pay off.
Just keep playing.
Yeah, my God, did it pay off. I was always going to finish the game, but I was like, I know what they're trying to do, and I don't think I like this. I don't think this is a good decision to have made. Turns out it was.
And that was the whole point as well.
That was the whole point. And that was the whole point,
why-
and it
one
just
of the
pays
reasons.
off beautifully, and it's the reason why I think it's one of the best games ever.
It's interesting that you did say it sort of came as a surprise when it happened, because I feel I haven't gotten there yet. I feel the game is sort of subtly making you think about other stories in the world.
Yeah.
It's showing you. I mean, it always does that anyway, because every room or every area you go to, there's always like a couple of different subplots if you read the documents and see what's going on and things. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
But but there's just other things that are said, offhanded remarks and things like that that kind of make you feel like, oh, that's right. This is not just America that this has happened to. This is the rest of the world. I wonder what's happening. I wonder what The Last of Us in Russia is like. I wonder what The Last of Us is in London is like. You know, it opens your, eyes up to this is...
Ellie and Joel are not the only people affected by this. You know,
Yeah.
like there's a whole world out there. And Pat and I were talking about it earlier, and he had...
Who's Pat?
Pardon?
Patrick's one of our camera operators.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, I thought I got Pat's name. So upset. I was like, oh God, I've been calling him Pat this whole time.
That's Richard!
His name is Trimmy.
Trimmy.
Pat and I were talking about it. And because I had the thought when I was playing it, I was like, I wonder if narratively the structure could have been different and could have played to the overall strength of the game. And I don't want to give anything away by saying it, but Pat mentioned how he thought it could have been put together, and it's like, yeah, fuck, that would have potentially been a whole different game and potentially a much bolder, riskier choice, but the payoff could have been a lot more interesting. That would be my one gripe. But again,
But we don't know
So
what
vague.
you're talking about.
Well, I can't. It's hard.
Everyone messaged Patrick.
I don't want to ruin this game for anyone because it's so good, and you should allow yourself to fucking.
Can we just say a
Well, you should
spoiler?
have just played it because you've got nowhere to go, right?
What the fuck are you
I
doing?
mean, it's interesting that because you've gone through this and both of you have white tigers,
Yeah.
And me too, if you
Ate
think
it
about
the
it.
hell up.
and I have had a little bit. I don't know. I just sort of sit down and I'm like, after I get my throat ripped out a few times by a dog or a clicker, I'm
one
just
bit.
like, I just need to chill out.
Yeah.
Man, there is one death animation. It is the most extreme thing I've ever seen.
Which one? Just say.
I can't say. I can just tell you what happens in the animation, which is a zombie grabs you, picks you up,
Oh, yeah.
snaps your neck, and you see it all.
Yeah, it's really
You
up.
see everything.
I actually
And
had to close
it's-
my eyes when that kept happening.
It's during a boss fight,
Yeah, right.
and it's so extreme.
Yeah, there's a bit of that in the first one. It's not as, obviously the graphics and stuff is not as detailed, but
This game is so graphic.
Brutal.
yeah.
Oh, it's so upsettingly full on.
And also
I cannot wait to play it again.
the combat, they've revamped the combat a bit. Like it's much the same, but they've expanded on it.
Oh my god.
And the combat is so brutal.
But it's also rewarding as well. The skirmishes, the way they've opened up the levels and added verticality, and that you can, there's a dedicated jump button. You can go prone. You can hide under things. You can
Dodge. You couldn't
So
dodge
it's
in
a
the first
fucking
one.
play. It feels like Mario Odyssey. Like that.
That's how I felt watching it. I was like, this is exactly like Mario Odyssey.
I mean, the opposite. But the idea of
that's
how
it.
it's just like, fucking, what can you think of? You can basically do. You really get the feeling that there is a limit, an unlimited amount of ways that you can approach a level. And that's so exciting.
One of my favorite moments in the game was it was in one of the areas.
This whole.
Wait a sec, one of the areas in the game?
Yeah, in the game. And what had happened, it was a subplot. You find out, right, these poor bastards had been locked in a garage, auto garage, and you pull a bin out, and all these infected just pop out, like 5 all at the same time.
I found it out the other way around.
Oh, yeah?
I just think that's interesting. I opened up the garage, had all these people come out. Oh, that's fucked. And then I discovered the backstory.
Yeah, right.
It was interesting.
Well, no, because I had snuck in and I found that, but I got scared of the Shambler. There's a new Shambler, which is disgusting.
Terrifying.
And I fucked off because I didn't want to deal with him right then. Like, that looks like it's going to another area as well. I haven't explored some. I've checked that out. I'm going to go back there. And then I went in there and just they all came out. I threw like some Molotov straight at them and they all burned, but that attracted more runners and the Shambler over to me. And it was just this really good melee that just kind of happened. It was a very enjoyable moment for me.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I got through with it without getting a scratch, and I just ran and jumped and kept mobile.
Those little stories, I love them so much because you can read a letter about like that. You can see someone like in a letter deciding whether they're going to stay or go, and then you can see their like dead body right there, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what happened, and you can like piece it together by looking around the room, and it's heartbreaking because it reminds you that it happened to how many people this happened to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
I thought that
bad
was
guy
pretty cool.
is
Pretty cool.
every bad guy is another person.
Yeah.
But they also moan like all the zombies like moan like people as well. It's really upsetting.
Their moaning is upsetting, yeah.
And also everyone has names, which is really upsetting because
NPCs
you
have
shoot
names,
someone in
the
the
dogs
head
have
and
names.
they're like, oh my God, they got Tim. And you're like, Tim? That man had a name? He did.
It's just beautiful. It's beautifully crafted. There's so much love and care that's gone into it. I think one of the biggest a complaint that I've heard from people, which I guess is you can't really help it, is that they do not care about the new characters, and they found it impossible to care about the new characters.
Because one of the new characters had small tits and big arms. I was just scrolling on Reddit just then, and they're like, there's this character, and she's got tiny tits and big arms.
That's the most upsetting thing I've ever heard.
It's like, she's not, you don't have to be horny.
She's not worried about that
make it
shit. She's
harder to
worried about
care.
surviving in this fucked up world.
But Naomi, you
Also,
don't
I
know.
can tell you there are a lot of people who are horny.
Naomi, you don't know what it's like when no one could possibly ever love you.
That's true. I haven't experienced
Not even your parents think you're a fuckhead. Like, it's tough. Even your parents are like, don't love that one. He's 35 and I've still got postpartum. I mean, these are these people, so no one loves them, no one will miss them. Sorry.
There's hope. There's hope for you, big bags of shit. There really, you just need to get your head out of your ass and just fucking chill out.
Yeah.
And just accept that
Chill
maybe
out.
you're not the hero of every story, or
world's
the hero
going
of
to
every
shit.
story doesn't look like you. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. That doesn't mean that it's you have to write it off. You know, there is still good stuff there, just because it's not 100% catered to you. You know.
one of their complaints is one of the characters does something at the end of the game that they wouldn't have done at the start of the game. To which I would say that is literally the definition of character development.
That's change.
Again, you are a dumb shit.
Yeah, characters should change. If they don't change, then you have something like the new Star Wars sequels,
And like-
where no
yeah.
one goes through any change whatsoever.
They just gave in to every Reddit comment and did everything they wanted, and that is the worst thing.
They tried to upset no one with that film, and in turn upset everyone still. Like, that's Star Wars fans. It doesn't matter what you do, you're probably going to upset people, unless you make a good movie.
Yeah.
If you
Did they
wanna
think about
see-
that?
They should have
If you want a game with chicks with big tits, I will send you a link to a great mod for The Sims 4. It's a great mod. You can fuck in The Sims. It's excellent, okay? And they don't even speak English.
just like you want them. You don't speak English, they'll do whatever you want.
whatever you want.
That's exactly the type of woman you're looking for.
It's the best. So, Last of Us 2, Part 2 is not for you. You need a baby's game like The Sims 4.
No, Pokemon Smile. You might like Pokemon
Yeah, you can check
Smile, you
out
little
Pokemon
baby.
That's out now on Android and iOS.
You are robbing yourself of one of the greatest narratives ever told in gaming.
See, the problem
That's
is
what you're doing to yourself.
Is
But
it-
you're
you can talk
improving
to-
your dental health.
you can talk to these people, but
You're improving your dental health. Oh, I was talking about Pokemon Smile when I said the greatest narrative.
like
If you're not playing that.
the problem
Not
is
clear?
that this section of the gaming community won't listen to this. They'll just say, "Oh, Ben,
You don't
Mark,
think they're
you're just."
watching?
They're not even fucking watching this.
No.
They're watching
I hope
Upskill.
not.
They're watching Binging with Babish.
Yeah, but hey, excuse me, I love.
Everyone's watching.
I love.
Babish.
Boys love Binging with Babish. Naomi did a tweet about it. It's very true. I love Binging with Babish.
I wrote boys love binging with Babish, and then a bunch of boys tweeted back at me, and they were like, "Yep."
I fucking love binging with
I
Babbage.
haven't watched this.
Anyway,
That's because you have to be a human.
the thing is,
Right?
the thing is, they won't even listen to this, and if they do somehow accidentally click on this and watch it, they'll be like, these guys are just leftards. They're, liberals. They're fucking drunk to Kool-Aid. Nothing. They've got.
I wonder if
they've
out
got
of the three of us, they'll be maddest at.
You?
No way to tell.
No way to tell. But there's no way to sort of get through to these people. Like, they've got such a sort of shield of this kind of, cyclical, roundabout rhetoric that just is absolute nonsense. It protects them.
Yeah.
Because they're a house of cards and they can't do. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're upset. If this, the world is a horrible place.
You might not like it as much as me, but I really liked it. But there's so much good. There's so much good in it. You're right.
Great storytelling.
It's rare that you get anything this nuanced. Absolutely.
Come. What do we think about that?
I got heaps of it. And it's in my balls. But how does it get there?
So
We talked to Ben.
we
Talked to Ben, and he found out how the cum actually gets in the balls. Ben?
Hi, Mark. I'm here at Stupid Old Studios where we are talking to Evan Munro-Smith, a host of Gamey, who is a specialist on where the cum come from when it's not in the balls. Now, Evan, does the cum pack a suitcase and leave its cum family and go and work in the balls? And if so, where does it live at night time? Maybe the pancreas, some sort of a gallbladder, or how does it get there? Please explain.
Look, my understanding is that cum isn't sentient yet.
This just,
Yes.
we have scientist Naomi Higgins who believes that cum is sentient. Naomi?
Hi, Mark. I've been trying to get in contact with cum for my entire life. I haven't been able to track any down. Someone said it's made in the body. I've been trying to make it for years, trying to talk to it. I can't find anything.
Sorry, if I could just, if we could cross back to me. Evan,
Yes.
Evan, I've just remembered that part of the cum is made in the prostate. Is that where
right.
the cum goes at night time to live with what I assume is its cum family?
No, it doesn't. It just stays in the balls in the night time. It doesn't move around like that, does it?
This just in, scientist Naomi Higgins believes the cum is always out of the balls.
Hi there, Mark. I've just got word that cum is not in the balls because, in fact, piss is stored in the balls.
This is stored in the balls. There you have it. And she's
Now
a scientist.
I have social analyst Ben to talk about the repercussions of this.
Well, this has rocked our very society. For years, scientists thought that piss was stored in the piss bucket. But it is in fact stored in the balls, which begs the question, where is the cum?
I guess we'll never know.
Before we wrap up the show, this week.
Have we talked about Pokemon Smile?
Yes, we dealt with that pretty well at the top of the show.
Sorry, if I could just go back to the game that we were talking about before Last of Us.
Pokemon Smile.
Pokemon Smile.
Pokemon.
What is a Pokemon?
They're like animals, but you capture them and you store them in balls.
You store them in balls, Evan.
Pokeballs, yes.
That is a sign that this episode
So
is going on.
if you're
long
storing
enough.
if you're storing Pokemon in balls, then where do you store the piss?
Thanks very much for watching Gamey.
Comment below. We have a Patreon question. We have a couple of Patreon questions. It's been a while since we've done an episode. I thought we'd do a couple of Patreon questions from our lovely patrons who have been so good at supporting us at this time. First up, a question from Kylie. Can you see my name on your chair? If so, it's because I live there. So I think this is in relation to, we have a stupid old Patreon for this stupid old studios, and one of the rewards is that you get your name on a thing.
I did see that it says Jess Perkins on the toilet.
The toilet is Jess Perkins. There is a chair with a name on it.
Kylie.
Kylie.
Kylie who?
Kylie.
Jenna.
Kylie Crack?
Kylie Jones. Kylie Jones. Is it Kylie Jones?
Kylie Jones, #1 fan.
It's on the top bit. I haven't got it.
Do I have it?
No, you don't have it.
Who's winning a car?
But one of the chairs
Oh,
does.
there it is.
It
you
says
got it.
Kylie Wiltshire Jones.
Ah. Well, there you go. Thanks, Kylie.
Chair.
So, thanks, Kylie. That's your chair.
Kylie's become a good,
Thanks for supporting
a good
us.
friend of mine. So glad you have a chair, Kylie.
Maybe Kylie's become the chair.
Well, she said she lives there. Was that what the?
I think she's just making a silly joke.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we have a.
I think she lives there. Evan's like, can I get her in the wall?
There was a boys in the wall question this week, but it did not get voted up.
Thank Christ.
I think that was last season. We finished that story arc for a bit. So you got to rest the story arc before you can bring it back up. You can't hit, you got to rest your moments.
We have a question from Jason Hawkins. It says, not really a question for the panel, more of a request. Can we please get a pup date on all the GGG doggos? How are Bruce, Sansa, 50 and Tarzo going? Are there any new doggos that joined the GGG family during the break? Yes, well, we got a Chinese crested Gonzo, which Bec's holding over there. You can check him out. He's pretty cool.
Get him on,
How's 50 going?
camera.
50 is good. She got a haircut and she is getting a little bit chubby. She's got her proper weight for her dog size. Yeah, so finally, she's not a good big eater, but we found something she likes, and that is chicken. Who knew?
Update on Tarzo, he is now a little baby. And he got a pretty dark haircut. So he's looking
Yes, he did.
he's looking good.
Yesterday, he vomited either a fish or his own shit. I'm not sure. It was the most full-on thing I've ever seen. Wasn't it?
Who else was that? Bruce. I think Bruce is doing well.
Bruce is doing well. He's just still alive.
Pushing on. We don't know how.
Still alive. He shouldn't.
His butt
shouldn't
should
be.
have fallen off.
Remember when he got cancer 15 years ago?
It's amazing that he's still going.
I think he's a vampire.
And Sansa is doing well as well. Sansa's not here today. She's recovering from surgery, leg surgery.
Cesarean, I think.
No. The top voted question. We had the questions voted on. The top vote. Sorry, I threw in a couple of extra ones there.
What the fuck is going on?
The top voted question this week was from Paul Barbie, which is, did you learn any new skills during quarantine, or did you waste it all away on stupid video games?
Brutal.
Ben.
I learned how to do a lot of editing.
Oh yeah.
You
You started Twitch streaming.
I haven't really started in earnest, but yeah, I learned about streaming.
You're just doing it ironically.
Kind of, yeah. I've got something planned, but anyway. I'm playing. It's not game. I don't want to just play a game and be an asshole.
Right.
Yeah, editing, and I built a PC.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And
Why'd you say that was fun?
Because we built it
we did
together.
it together.
Yeah, so when you say you built a PC, you mean you got Evan.
To guide me. Yeah, but I did.
Yeah.
Real cub and bear story.
More of a revenge story.
Naomi. Have you learnt? You made a skirt. I want to get this right.
Those of you, there was a.
I want to get this right. Usually I say scrits. Usually I call them.
Bit of
We did an episode for the Patreon, and Evan did not know there was a difference between a dress and a skirt. That's just.
Now I know. I learned something new over quarantine.
Another patch in the rich tapestry of Evan learning things that everyone else has always known. Along with clapping. Remember that? That was good.
Yeah.
I've been sewing, what else? I got really sick.
Oh yeah.
COVID?
No, not COVID. Though I did get tested twice in a week to make sure it wasn't COVID. I've actually been really good at getting tested for COVID. That's one of my hobbies that I've taken up.
It's a new skill.
Yeah, so I've done that 3 times, and I'm really worried they're going to come door knocking and make us do it a 4th time. But whatever.
Do they do that?
Caring.
Are they door knocking and testing people?
I don't know. Someone said that once. Who cares? Anyway, yeah, that's it. Sewing. Okay. And I clocked up like 120 hours on Animal Crossing.
Wow. Okay. Mark, have you learned anything?
I
learned a new skill or?
I was so sad and didn't know what to do with myself, so I bought a drum kit.
An electronic drum
kit?
kit?
Teach myself the drums.
Fun.
And I can play Chop Suey a little bit.
That's great. That's a tough one, right?
You can play it really well. What do you mean a little bit?
Name's
He's always underselling himself. He's doing a very good job. And it's an electric drum kit. Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah.
But I just went, I don't know what to do. I was just sitting at home one day, I don't know what to do. So I went.
Hi, Gonzo.
Yeah, he was like, I can't do anything until the house is clean. So we cleaned the house, and then he was like, the house is clean, I feel guilty, I should be doing something. And so then I said,
it's real fun living with me.
I said, you need to sort this out.
I've also really gotten into grilled cheese sandwiches.
How are you doing that grilled cheese?
I'm doing it every which way, man.
How many cheeses are you using? And what combination of
Is this to do with Jon Favreau?
No, it's just my love for
Binging with
cheese.
Babish? Just has he
I
got to
just
say?
like grilled cheeses. I'm now in a phase where I turn my bread into French toast first. And then I put grilled cheese with some chives and...
Talk to me about the cheeses.
At the moment, I'm dealing with a very delicious American-style cheddar. You need to get a good fatty cheese so it melts really easily. And then you can combine that with another cheese if you like. Sometimes I combine, sometimes I don't. But that's up to you.
And you said you put on weight?
Mark makes a good
Yeah, I've gained like 10 kilos.
I don't think I've learned any new skills over the... Because
You learned how to love. Look at this.
Yeah, I learned how to be with a dog.
Without shooting it in the head. This is amazing.
I
never thought I'd see this.
It's a nice thing.
You pee-wee.
She does not like this.
hates that. You hate this.
Jeez. Are you
I'm her person.
That's not how dogs sound.
No,
Don't jump.
come here.
so jealous?
Yeah, she's so jealous.
Okay, all right. If you have an answer, question, fucking...
No, if you have an answer, post it.
If you have an answer,
Then we'll figure out the question.
this is Jeopardy.
What is...
If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, jump on the $10 Patreon tier, and we'll thank our top patrons now. Bit of a different list to when we last did this. Big thanks to Samuel Eamons, Chris Scorziello, Eric Stacey, Scott Chapman, Kane Parker, Evan S. Darling, Genevieve Bart, Chris McClear, Nesta Guajaro, Jack Mufadi, Matthew Ryan, David I'm bad at names.
Bourne.
David Bourne, Christian Ford, Amy Gilbert, Shemeth Wujaratney, Stephen Burke, Drew Schuller, Alice Carroll, Tim Foreign, Aaron Yatkinler, Sean Pracht, Robbie Proctor, Christian Sanchez.
Christian Sanchez!
There's only the one, but
There's only one.
I mistakenly said it when I should have passed that over. Paul Barbie, James
That was a
Kammerman, Drew Peisner, Andrew Chandler, David Potsy Cunningham, Connor Simpson, Zach Steinbacher, Jamil Nawaz, Jake Robertson, Alan Mulhall, Chris Sheeky, Shabib Hader, Lachlan Chapman, Gabriel Newton-Wilde, Kylie Jones, Ben Lovett, Century Rakonen, Samuel Cook, Jacob Sullivan, Cameron Fullwood, and Adam Giambattista. What a list!
You're going to have to just do the list.
Thank you,
You don't
JobKeeper.
have to do that to yourself. I mean,
What
it's
if-
very nice.
What if at the end of the... Actually, that's one of the things that they get if they go on that tier. But what if instead of that, we just get Ben to go up alone and do like at the end of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Like reading the credits in a sort of a sketch.
but
thing.
no one else is allowed to join in.
I don't want to do that.
Exactly.
You love improv though, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't want to do that.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Just thought it'd be funny.
I'm not into that anymore. Australia's not
Anymore?
into comedy.
Australia's given up on comedy.
Give us one good reason to laugh.
If you want to hear your name read out on the show, jump on the $20 Patreon tier. Some great benefits to signing up. You get episodes early. You get to join us on the Discord. A little Discord chat with lots of pictures of dogs and chat about games and.
That wasn't funny, man.
Yeah, dude, you're going crazy.
That was just that was really nice and sweet and genuine.
My brain stopped working.
Are you high?
Join us in the
I have what
Discord.
she's having.
You get cheat sheets, copies of the cheat sheets that we have here. You can send in questions. And you also get access to the weekly videos that we've been doing while the show's been on break. So there's like 10 or so videos, Let's Plays,
There's
there's a
one, but
Q&A.
there's one of them where Ben's really annoying the whole time.
It's hard to
Just
imagine.
one?
But there's some really fun stuff on there if you enjoy the show. And for $5 more than that, $5 more than the $20 tier, that's $25.
I've been on my phone.
Yeah.
No respect.
$5 more, you get a mug. So that's a good. I'd personally, I think that's good value.
Wow. Are you
are
doing
great.
that at a profit now or still at a
I
loss?
think we at least break even on the mugs now. We used to lose money on the mugs, but now at $25, it's not a loss.
It's a bad business model.
It was a bad, and we recognise
Can I
that.
genuinely say they're good quality mugs? I have my coffee in it.
Thanks for that review. You can sign up at patreon.com/GameyGame or GameyGame.com/Patreon. If you enjoy the show, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can tell your friends about it, share it around. You can podcast the show. You've got to remember to do that.
Any other admin you want to bring up now?
You can just search for us on whatever app you use, and we'll do that. There's a clips channel. There's a lot to talk about at the end of the show. Sorry.
Too much.
But that's it. That's everything.
That is
Done now.
everything.
That's everything.
I'm going to go home.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink a bottle of bourbon and I'm going to play The Last of Us 2.
Great. Take the edge off. Bourbon help you
Please
get
brush
through.
your teeth.
Brush your teeth.
Yeah,
I'm
check it
feeling
out.
good.
everyone.
I'll be brushing my teeth tonight for sure. Tomorrow, who knows how I'll wake up?
Thanks for watching, guys. I won't catch you next week, but we are going to bring the show back very soon. I hope for a proper run. We just wanted to do this one-off special for The Last of Us. And it's really fun to do, but it's also a lot of work. So we'll get to doing it.
I'm looking
think
we got to
it's
come
fun.
back
I
for
don't think it's that
Tsushima. That Tsushima game.
I've actually never heard of this.
It's Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
It looks
Oh,
so
yes.
good. It looks fabulous.
Cool.
We'll bring the show back at some point around then, and we'll do it. We'll do a full run. It'll be great. Looking forward to
Also,
it.
Cyberpunk 2077 will be out
Will it? It's been delayed.
on November 2077.
October, isn't it? October?
November.
He
Coming out
said,
November now.
Yeah, it's been delayed. But anyway, look, it's fine. That's
Man.
they don't listen.
We're gonna go. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks so much for your support through all this. Keep it on the channel for more Do Go On episodes. I've got a bunch more of those coming out on Fridays. So stay tuned for those. And we'll catch you when we're back. Bye.
Sorry about all the verbal abuse.